हेलो व्यूअर्स, तो स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल फॉरेस्ट्री नाउ इजी से एक बार फिर से। सो टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द नेचुरल रीजनरेशन। ओके, जैसे कि हम सभी को पता है, ये जो टॉपिक हमारी नेचुरल रीजनरेशन, ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है इधर फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ यूपीएससी फॉरेस्ट्री ऑप्शनल और फॉर एसीएफ और रेंजर की जो जेपीएससी की अभी एग्ज़ाम होने वाली है, तो इसमें से भी आपको काफ़ी वेटेज देखने को मिलेगा। तो चलिए वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं, पर वीडियो को शुरू करने से पहले अगर आप मेरे चैनल पर नए हैं तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें। ओके, ताकि जो मेरी रेगुलर वीडियोज़ हैं वो आप तक पहुँचते रहें। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। सो व्हाट इज फॉरेस्ट रीजनरेशन? ओके, एक्चुअली क्या है रीजनरेशन? तो रीजनरेशन इज द रिन्यूअल ऑफ फॉरेस्ट क्रॉप बाय नेचुरल और आर्टिफिशियल मीन्स। ओके, सो हेयर व्हाट वी सी, it may be either natural or artificial regeneration. If it regenerate by the natural process, it will be called natural regeneration. And if it will regenerate by the artificial means, it will termed as artificial regenerated forest. Okay. Here we have two definitions given by BCFT in 1953 and SAF in 1983. You can mention and you can write these two definitions in your mains answer writing. Okay, so that you will get an extra A's on the students. Okay, so the renewal of forest crop by natural or artificial means, also the crop so obtained. It means here कि if the crop obtained naturally is known as naturally regenerated crop, and artificially it will be artificially regenerated crop. Okay, next definition is the renewal of self-sown seed, the renewal of self-sown seed or by vegetative means. Okay, so this definition has given by SAF. Okay, Society of American Foresters. Now, what are the modes of regeneration? Okay, so there are three different modes of regeneration. First one is natural regeneration, second one artificial regeneration, and third one is natural regeneration supplemented by artificial regeneration. Okay, but in this video we will in depth dealt with the natural regeneration. Okay, my others video, upcoming video will be on artificial regeneration and natural regeneration supplemented by artificial regeneration. So here are some subtypes. Okay, natural regeneration through seeds, through copies, through root suckers, है ना? And in artificial regeneration by sowing or planting. Okay, so what basically these things are, let's discuss. What is natural regeneration, artificial regeneration, and natural regeneration supplemented by artificial regeneration? So here are definition given by BCFT, okay, in 1953. So the renewal of forest crop by self-sown seed or by copies or by root suckers. Okay, also the crop swap 10. तो इट मीन्स कि अगर जो रीजनरेशन हो रही है, इधर वो सेल्फ सोन सीड से हो, इट मीन्स कि आपने सीड वहां नहीं लगाया, सीड जो है खुद पे खुद वहां लग रही है ना? देन बाय कॉपिसिंग, कॉपिसिंग क्या होती है इसके बारे में हम डिटेल में अभी डिस्कस करेंगे। देन बाय रूट सकल्स, तो रूट सकल्स क्या होते हैं उसको भी हम लोग डिटेल में जानेंगे, ठीक है। देन डेफिनेशन देखिए आर्टिफिशियल रीजनरेशन की, द रिन्यूअल ऑफ फॉरेस्ट क्रॉप बाय सोइंग, planting or other artificial method. Okay, then definition of natural regeneration supplemented by artificial regeneration. Here what we see, the renewal of forest crop by self-sown seeds along with, ठीक है, along with artificially supplemented plantation. Now let us see about the natural regeneration. So first one is natural regeneration by seeds. Okay, here first one is natural regeneration by seeds. So what seeds actually is? So seed is nothing but it's a matured ovule. Okay, which acts as a propagule for the propagation of plant. है ना? Then natural regeneration depends upon various factors like seed production, seed dispersal, germination, establishment, and external factors. Okay, so in case with natural regeneration by seeds, we have certain factors, okay, that impacts or affect the natural regeneration. So some few steps are, you can say some middle process are seed production, seed dispersion, seed germination, seedling establishment, and other external factors. Okay, so let's see each. First one is seed production. So seed production actually depends on various sub-factors like species. What species, how it affects. So the silvicultural and the genetic characters influence the seed production. Okay, the silvicultural and genetic characters influence the seed production. So it depends upon species to species. Say for example, neem produces annually seed. Okay, but whereas we have some also species that produces seed at the interval of 3 to 5 years. Okay, now other sub factors are age. Okay, the seed production depends upon age. So how it depends? So plant age has directly correlation with its seed production. Okay, and how it is? So you see the okay, young plants and young and immature plants can't produce good seeds. Na, good seeds having good quality. Okay, so these cannot. It has been observed that the middle-aged trees give sufficient and good quality of seeds. Okay. Then come to the size of the crown. As bigger the size of the crown, there will be the higher possibility to the seed production. Why? Because bigger the crown, there will be the large entrapment of solar energy, and that will increase photosynthesis. That that enables plants to produce more seeds. Okay, then another factor is climate. So favorable climate enhance the seed production, whereas the unfavorable condition decreases the amount of seed production. Okay, now second one is seed dispersal. So seed dispersal also affect our natural regeneration. Okay, natural regeneration process. Okay, so how dispersal take place by water, wind, animal. Okay, so there are some agents, you can say agents, that helps us in the seed dispersal. Okay, so those who are new to my channel, you can see my earlier videos. I will give the link in description. There I had discussed in detail about the seed dispersal by various means, either for water, air, animal. Okay, say for example, if seed dispersal took place by wind, water, animal, what the process called. So you can go there and watch that video. Okay, I will give the link in description. So coming to the next, it's seed germination. So what germination is? So germination in plant generally refers to the process by which a seed begins to produce sprouts or grow into seedlings under the right growing condition. Okay, so this is the definition of germination. It's a simple process in which a seed grow into seedling under the favorable condition, right condition. Why right condition? Because in unfavorable condition, okay, in unfavorable condition, it may not germinate properly. Okay, then here are some terminologies that is related to seed germination. First one is germinative capacity. Second one is germinative energy. Okay, so what is germinative capacity? It is important for us to know. So it is the percentage of number of seeds in a given sample that actually germinate irrespective of time. It means here what? If we have some number of species, some number of seeds in a sample, then it is the germinative capacity is the percentage of number of seed that will be germinate irrespective of time. Okay. And talking about the germinative energy, so it is the percentage by number of seeds in a given sample that have germinated up to the time when the rate of germination reaches its peak. So here what we see, here we see time as a constant. Here time is limited. But in case with germinative capacity, there is no binding on time. Okay, here what we see, the number of seeds that will be germinated in a given sample, that will be under the limited time period whenever the germination reaches its peak. Okay, then one term is seedling year. So as we have talked about the seed production, okay, as we have talked about the seed production, so seedling year refers to a year in which a species produces abundant first year seedling. It means if there is some tree and for the first year, okay, for the first year of its seed production, when there will be abundant first year seedling, that seedling year is considered as seedling year. Okay, that year is considered as seedling year. Now, what are the major factors affecting the seed germination? We have discussed about the factors affecting the seed production. Okay, but now we have discussed about the seed germination factor. So there are two factors. First one is internal factor and second one is external factor. So in internal factor, there are some sub factors that affect the production of seed germination. Okay, so first one is permeability to water. As we all know, water is a major source of living, है ना? So here what we see, impermeability of seed to water, it prevents the germination. Why it is so? Because water with itself provides certain chemicals that acts as a useful agent in the seed germination process. Then permeability to oxygen. So same here as we have impermeability with water, impermeability of seed to oxygen prevents germination. Okay. Then we have development of embryo. If we have immature development of embryo, it will affect the seed germination. So for the seed germination, there must be embryo development. Okay. Then come to the next sub factor. It is the after ripening process. It means sometimes it has been observed that germination to seed germination, it hinders due to what? Due to the ripening process. Certain seed requires ripening process for the germination, and they germinate after they attained proper ripening. Okay, say for example, Juniperus macropoda. Okay, so you can mention in your mains writing paper. Then here viability. So viability is what? Viability is the potential capacity of seed to germinate. Okay, so if there will be less viability, then it will affect the seed germination. Okay, then last is size of seed. So as much as bigger the seeds, we have the higher percentage of seed germination. Now coming to the external factors of seed germination. First one is moisture. As we all know, moisture is very important to initiate a biochemical reaction. Apart from it, it also softens the seed coat so that to boost up the what? Boost up the germination process. Apart from this, it also leach out certain chemicals into it that will help seeds to germinate properly. Second one is air. So here optimum soil aeration is essential for germination process. Another one is temperature. So here what we see, low temperature as well as high temperature both are very dangerous for the seed germination process, as the lower temperature inactivate the seed cells that will lead the failure in germination process, whereas high temperature it will destruct the enzyme that will lead to the death of plants and death of seeds. ठीक है? Then we have just what we are discussing. We are dealing with the external factors. So coming to the slide, external factor. Okay, so now we have dealt with the moisture, air, temperature, light. So coming to the light, so light plays a significant role in the germination process, and germination mostly depends upon it. Why? Because of photosynthesis. But in case of seed germination, they traps solar energy that will help them for the seed germination process. It is important to note that photosynthesis process will start only after the सीडलिंग स्टेज. ओके, जब वो सीड जो है हमारा जर्मिनेट हो रहा होता है उस समय वहाँ फोटोसिंथेसिस की प्रोसेस नहीं होती है. फोटोसिंथेसिस की प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होती है जब हम प्लांट जो है हमारा सीडलिंग स्टेज में आ जाता है, लीफ जब उसके आ जाते हैं तो हमारा फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होता है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे देखिए क्या है कि जो लाइट है कैसे इफेक्ट करता है. तो देयर इज सम लाइट डिमांडर स्पीसीज. व्हाट? Light demander species. Okay, in our earlier video we have also dealt with the strong light demander, moderate light demander, shade lover. Okay, so in our earlier videos we have dealt with the light demander species, that is strong, moderate and shade lover tree species. So those who are new with this channel, you can go and check on my videos and watch there so that you will get a proper understanding of this subject. Okay, so here are some species. First one is Cassia fistula and Albizia procera. Cassia fistula, also commonly known as amalthus. Okay, and Albizia procera, it is commonly known as Ceres. Okay, Albizia lebec is black Ceres, but Albizia procera is white Ceres. Okay, then last factor is seed bed. Okay, so generally for the process of seed germination, it requires well drained loamy soil. Now, talking about the next, it is the seedling establishment. So how seedling establishment and what actually seedling establishment is? So seedling establishment, it refers to the development of new crops naturally or assisted. Assisted what means ki naturally or artificially, to a stage when young regeneration, either naturally or artificially, is considered safe from normal adverse factors such as frost, drought, etc. So what this definition wants to say, that if we have raised seedlings, okay, So new crops, okay, development of new crops that either naturally or artificially, है ना, it will attain a stage. So seedling establishment, what it will attain a stage from that it will considered safe from the normal adverse factors such as frost, drought. Okay, so what we call that our seedling has stabilized. Now it is free from the dangers of normal adverse influences. Yeah. So let's see what are the factors for seedling establishment. The first factor is soil condition. So for the establishment of seedling, we requires well drained soil, proper aeration, okay, having proper nutrients. So these these are some requirements. Then climatic factors we have like rain, snow, frost, then wind, sunlight. Okay, so you can go and watch my video related to climatic factors. I have made the separate video on rain, snow, frost, wind, sunlight, so you can get proper understanding. Okay, then coming to the presence of weed. So if we have excessive weed growth, it will reduce your chances of seedling establishment. Okay, then another factor is grazing and browsing. Okay, so those who still don't know the basic difference between grazing and browsing. So what grazing means and browsing means: grazing is an animal graze or eat leaves, grasses without 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 his. 1 minute, I will discuss. ये this you can see example cow, buffalo, and in browsing animal you can see example of goat, then sheep, then deer, etc. So here what we see कि those animal who eat grasses leaves by his four limb, जो अपने फोर लिम्स जो वगैरह रहते हैं, है ना, फोर लिम्स व्हाट मीन्स कि आगे के जो दो पैर हैं, अगर वो उसको उठाकर अगर ग्रेज करते हैं, तो दोज एनिमल्स टर्म्ड एज ब्राउजिंग एनिमल्स, एंड इस प्रोसेस को हम लोग ब्राउजिंग कहते हैं. बट इन केस विथ अगर आप जैसे काउ एंड बुफेलो को देखे हो, वो क्या है, अपनी जो फोर लिम्ब होती हैं, आगे के जो दो पैर होते हैं, उसको क्या है, सरफेस पे ही रख के वो ग्रेज करते हैं, तो उसको हम लोग ग्रेजिंग कहते हैं प्रोसेस को, और उस एनिमल को ग्रेजिंग एनिमल कहते हैं. ओके, so browsing and grazing also hinders what seedling establishment. Okay, तो अगर ग्रेजिंग ब्राउजिंग ज्यादा होगा तो वो सीडलिंग को स्टैब्लिश नहीं होने देंगे, और उससे पहले उसको क्या करते हैं, मर जाएंगे वो प्लांट्स हमारे. देन है बर्निंग. So fire we can say it's a big hazard for the seedling establishment. अगर आग लग गई तो हमारा जितना भी सीडलिंग है वो क्या होगा, सारा का सारा जल जाएगा. Then another one is competition. Okay, so competition what leads? It leads to the hindrance in the seedling establishment. Then composition of crop. Okay, so composition of crop what we here see that here it also depends on composition. If we have mixed composition of forest and some trees or plants are well developed, whereas the new seedlings, young species, still in its process of development. So what we here see, we see here certain level of competition that will reduces the growth of seedling establishment. Okay, and in all, and here one more side here what we see that in case with mixed cropping, there is also some evidences that it will support the seedling establishment. Okay. Then development of roots. As we all know, roots are very much important for the plants as it attains every nutrient from soil with the help of roots. So if there will be weak, or you can say improper development of root, it will definitely do hindrance in the seedling establishment. Now talking about the some natural regeneration under different system. Okay. So before starting this topic, I will tell you that as we have dealt with the silviculture, okay, we we have silvicultural system that we will deal in our upcoming videos. But here I will give you a brief information about these systems. Okay. So there are few systems. First one is clear felling system. In clear felling system, what we actually do, suppose we have a land, okay, and we have raised the forest crops here. So as the name suggests, clear felling. That means felling followed by clearance of whole land. Okay, so what we basically do in clear felling system, we at a time, what we do, we fell all the forest crops, all the trees, either it is immature, mature, whatever. Okay, so whatsoever we what we do, at the same time we fell the entire forest crop. Okay, hence this name clear felling system. So in case with clear felling system, how natural regeneration take place. So suppose we fell the all trees. Okay, we have felled, say for example, we felled all the trees. Okay, the land is completely open up. So what are the possibilities of natural regeneration? How it will be naturally regenerated? So here I will show you. Suppose here is adjacent crop. Okay, suppose here is adjacent crop. So by the action of wind or by the action of animal, what here seed dispersal took place. Okay. Seed dispersal took place, that will what, that leads into the natural regeneration. So first one is natural regeneration from the adjacent standing crops. Then second one is natural regeneration from ripened seed fallen during felling. Suppose what we are doing in the time of felling the crop, some seed that has ripened up, they fell down at your land, that will leads into the natural regeneration. Third one is natural regeneration from advanced growth. So sometimes it has seen that after the felling, what we left will have stumps. Okay, stumps you can say, if we have a tree, this tree. Okay, so we fell it from here, and the residue that is left, also what it leads in the growth. Okay, so the natural regeneration from advanced growth, this will also seen in the clear felling system. Next is shelterwood system. So first try to understand what shelterwood system is. So in case with shelterwood system, suppose we have a land. Okay, so as the name suggests, shelter. Shelter what means? It means protection. And wood, it means the protection by the action of or help of trees, woody trees. Okay, so if we have various number of trees, suppose small trees and here mature trees. So what here you see that what we do कि selling time, what we do कि हम क्या करेंगे, जो हमारा हार्वेस्टिंग है उसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि सारे ट्रीज को जो है हम लोग क्लियर फेलिंग नहीं करते हैं। यहाँ हम क्या करते हैं, कुछ ट्रीज को रिटेन करते हैं फॉर दी, फॉर व्हाट पर्पस, फॉर दी प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ smaller trees, okay, for the protection of young trees, protection from whom, so from frost, from climatic influences that can harm them. So okay, so in our upcoming videos of silviculture system we will delve in this in detail. So now coming to the shelterwood system, तो how shelterwood system जनरेशन जो हमारा नेचुरल रीजनरेशन वो कैसे इस पे प्लेस हो देखा जाता है। सो इन shelterwood system first of all we requires adjacent standing trees. If you have adjacent standing trees that has been retained for the protection of young trees, then the seeds from these standing trees fall down to the land surface and that will lead to the natural regeneration. Second one is light requirement and canopy manipulation. So in case with shelterwood system, what we have to do, we have to regularly do crown manipulation. Okay, crown manipulation, that means क्या, say for example as what we do hair cutting regularly so that we feel comfortable. Same in case with tree stands, what we do for the proper light, so that the proper light reaches the land surface, what we do crown manipulation, सो दैट कि हमारा जो नेचुरल रीजनरेशन प्रोसेस है वो अच्छे से प्रोसेस हो सके। देन soil condition, so in this case what we need to do, we need to we need to what we need to do cultivate or we need to plug the soil along the stripe, along the stripes, ओके, सो दैट कि जो हमारा सीड वगैरह जो फॉल हो रहा है वो क्या है, उसको एक अच्छा कंडीशन मिले, वेल ड्रेन सॉइल मिले, सो दैट कि फर्दर रीजनरेशन वो अच्छा से हो पाए, नेचुरल रीजनरेशन। देन है बर्निंग, ओके, सो एज वी ऑल नो फायर इज अ hazard, okay, but in some case we see that fire helps in the breaking of seed dormancy. What here positive effect of fire, what we observe in some cases it helps in the breaking of seed dormancy, so that कि जो हमारा रीजनरेशन है वो बूस्ट अप हो। तो यू कैन ऑल्सो use fire as a tool for the natural regeneration, but remember it will be under controlled situation. That's why in forestry we generally use term, or whenever we will discuss about the positive impacts of fire, we will use the term controlled burning, controlled fire, okay. Now another is slash burn, so we need to properly clean up the unwanted plants like weeds and cleaning, so that the proper regeneration will took place, okay. Then another one is protection from damage by animals. Here we have to keep check on the animals so that they will not damage our what, forest crop. They now another system is selection system. Okay, as the name suggests, system in which we sell the tree by selection. Suppose we have certain species of tree. Okay, we have certain species of tree. So what we basically do here, na, we simply select. Now, what are the basis of selection? So selection on the basis of exploitable diameter. Okay, and this term exploitable diameter. What this means? So here this term exploitable, it comes from exploitation. Okay, so here exploitation आप कर सकते हो as whenever the tree attain a certain diameter. Okay, it means the exploitable diameter is the diameter above which you can fell the tree. Okay, so what we do in selection system, we remove the tree that has attained the exploitable diameter, so that what, so that कि हमारा जो प्लॉट है, हमारा जो साइट है, वहाँ क्या है, प्रॉपर लाइट जो है वो आए, जिसके कारण क्या है, जो हमारा सीडलिंग एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है, सीड जर्मिनेशन है ना, नेचुरल जर्मिनेशन रीजनरेशन प्रोसेस है, वो अच्छे से हो पाए. देन है थिनिंग बिलो एक्सप्लॉइटेबल डायमीटर. हेयर इन केस क्या है कि यहाँ पे थिनिंग बिलो एक्सप्लॉइटेबल डायमीटर. आप बोलोगे कि सर आप बता रहे हो कि रिमूवल ऑफ ट्रीज एबव एक्सप्लॉइटेबल डायमीटर, बट ये कब होगा, जब हमारा जो ट्री है वो हैंडसम होगा, वेल स्टॉक्ड होगा, वेल ग्रोन होगा. ठीक है, हैंडसम ट्री से मतलब क्या होता है, वो काफी ज्यादा अच्छा हो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ टिम्बर क्वालिटी. बट इन केस विथ ऐसे ट्रीज मान के चलिए जो कि क्या है, डिजीज ट्री है, तो इस सभी केसों में क्या होता है कि हम क्या करते हैं, उतना हम वेट नहीं करते हैं, क्योंकि वो हमारा लैंड रिसोर्स भी वेस्ट जा रहा है, न्यूट्रिएंट्स वगैरह ले रहा है, तो हम उसको क्या करते हैं, पहले ही थिनिंग कर देते हैं, सो डैट कि जो हमारा सॉइल है, जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स वगैरह है, उसको तो वो ले ही रहा है, इसके साथ साथ क्या है, वो एक अपने क्राउन से स्पेस भी क्रिएट उसको बनाए हुए हैं, जिससे जो लाइट वगैरह है वो प्रॉपरली नहीं पहुंच पाता है, तो उसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सेल कर देते हैं. कल्चरल ऑपरेशन includes cleaning, weeding, okay, pruning. So here what we do, we generally clean the subsurface of this clean the surface of the soil and grasses, so that whenever seed falls it will germinate properly. Then we do weeding so that to reduce the competition, है ना. So these are some systems in which natural regeneration took place. How took place, I had told you, है ना. Then natural regeneration by copies. Okay, अब तक हमने देखा natural regeneration by seed. Now we will discuss about the natural regeneration by copies. So before starting this topic, I will tell you what basically copies is. ठीक है, तो copies you can understand, this can, you can say it's a vegetative growth. Okay, it's a vegetative growth. As you all know, there are two type of reproduction: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. So it is the part of asexual reproduction, है ना, in which tree try to produce itself, or individual try to produce itself by the vegetative parts. Okay, so mainly copicing, natural regeneration by copies. So it can be classified into two types of copies. First one is seedling copies and another one is stool copies. So what seedling copies is? Seedling copies is defined as coffee shoot arising from the base of the seedling that have been cut or burnt back. Okay. Say for example, we have seedling here. Okay, we have a seedling here, and if you cut the seedling from this portion, okay, portion. If you cut the seedling from this portion, the new shoots start coming from here. Okay, you can clearly watch this video. Say for example here, है ना, copying from here, these will be grown as a new shoots. Okay, so this is known as seedling copies. Okay, and talking about the stool copies, so what stool copies is, it can define as a copies arising from a living stump or stool. लिविंग स्टम्प और स्टूल इट मीन्स कि आपने उसको फेल नहीं किया है, वो यहाँ से वो आपके ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं, ठीक है। और ये आपने अब जनरली देखा होगा अपने नियर बाय लोकेलिटी में कि एक ट्री है और वो जो है क्या है, नीचे से ही काफ़ी सारा बाइफर्केशन है, काफ़ी सारे ब्रांचेस निकले हुए हैं, तो इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं स्टूल कॉपिस, ठीक है। चलिए अब हम बात करेंगे व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स दैट अफेक्ट द रीजनरेशन फ्रॉम कॉपीज। ओके, तो फर्स्ट वन इज स्पीसीज। so here what we see, the copying power, it depends, copying power, the copying power, it depends species to species, and on the basis of copying power we have classified good copier, okay, bad copier, and one moderate copier, ठीक है। good copier plants and trees are those tree species that produces good copies, and in case with some tree species they don't produce good copies. Say for example, mostly I am saying mostly, one second, mostly pines, deodar, spruce, okay, these are generally bad copies, है ना, you can say. And good copies here we see the broadleaf tree. Broadleaf tree species are generally good copies. Okay, now age of the tree. So how age of the tree determines or influences the processing power. So as the age increases, it decreases the processing power. In case of young plants, we have meristematic tissues in the apical meristems that support the coppicing. But as the tree start growing old, the coppicing power start reducing. Okay. Now another one is season of coppicing. So it has been observed that before the onset of spring, this time period considered very suitable for coppicing. Okay. Then height of stem. So height of stem, it basically height of stems, whenever we fell the tree for coppicing purpose, what we do, we left the copies 15 to, we left the stump, sorry, this is stump, जब आप पेड़ को काटते हो तो नीचे जो बच जाता है पोर्शन जो पेड़ का कटा हुआ उसको हम लोग स्टम्प बोलते हैं, है ना। तो बेसिकली हम लोग स्टम्प की हाइट 15 to 20 सेंटीमीटर रखते हैं, सो दैट कि जो हमारा आपका क्या है ब्राउजिंग और ग्रेजिंग एनिमल है, वो क्या करे फर्दर जब यहाँ से कॉपीस आए, जब कॉपीस निकले तो वो क्या करे इसको वो खा नहीं जाए, इसलिए हम लोग इसको ऊपर रखते हैं। दूसरा रीजन क्या है कि अगर जो हाइट है वो कम रहेगी तो देयर इज मैक्सिमम चांसेस ऑफ टर्माइट अटैक, insect attack. That's why minimum height of stump required is 15 to 20 centimeter. Okay. So now next is method of cutting. Whenever you fell the tree, है ना, try to cut smoothly, so smooth. Okay, and along one direction. It will help to generate more copies. Okay, without the splitting of स्टम्प्स। ठीक है, ये नहीं होना चाहिए, स्प्लिट नहीं होना चाहिए। देन है रोटेशन। तो रोटेशन क्या है कि रोटेशन एज जो है आप जितना रोटेशन इंक्रीज करोगे आपकी जो कॉपिसिंग पावर है वो डिक्रीज करेगी। ठीक है, जो लोग पहले से मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं वो कमेंट बॉक्स में रोटेशन क्या है आप उसे डिफाइन करो, है ना, सो दैट मुझे भी पता चले कि ये जो वीडियोस मैं बना रहा हूँ ये आप कितने समझ पा रहे हो, है ना। तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स में जो रोटेशन है उसकी डेफिनेशन मुझे लिख के बताओ। अगले वीडियो में मैं अगर अगर आप बता देते हो तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं तो मैं इसे अगले वीडियो में बात को फिर से बता दूंगा। ठीक है, तो रोटेशन जैसे जैसे इंक्रीज होगा जो हमारा कॉपरेसिंग पावर है वो कम होते जाएगा। ठीक है, नाउ लास्ट वन इज नेचुरल रीजनरेशन बाय रूट सकर्स। ठीक है, अभी तक हमने क्या देखा, नेचुरल रीजनरेशन बाय सीड्स, बाय कॉपीज, और अभी हम देखेंगे बाय रूट सकर्स। तो व्हाट बेसिकली रूट सकर्स इज, so root suckers is a secondary root rising from the roots of certain trees or shrubs that can grow into a mature individual is known as root suckers। ठीक है, तो root suckers are basically the secondary roots that have the ability to produce or to grow into a mature individual। Okay, these are known as root suckers। So generally, natural regeneration by root suckers is very few, but certain species where it is applicable like disparrows, tomentosa, and Dalbergia sisum. Sisum you all know that is sisum, and Disparrows tomentosa is belongs to family of Disparrows। Okay, we have also a Diospyros मेलाइनोजाइलन। ठीक है, आप इसे बताओ, डायस्पायरोज मेलाइनोजाइलन किसे कहते हैं? इसे केंदू कहते हैं, है ना। काफी ज्यादा जो ये है इसकी ब्लैक मार्केटिंग इसकी काफी होती है। आप कमेंट बॉक्स में इसका भी कॉमन नेम लिखोगे कि इसे क्या बोलते हैं, है ना। थर्ड वन इज द प्लांट प्रोड्यूस्ड आर पुअर इन रूट ग्रोथ एंड प्रोन टू विंड थ्रो। तो जो नेचुरल रीजनरेशन होता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ रूट सकर्स, यहाँ हम क्या देखते हैं कि जो है नेचुरल रीजनरेशन जो होता है वो काफी आपका जो प्लांट्स होते हैं वो काफी प्रोन होते हैं विंड थ्रोन के। इसमें हम लोग नेचुरल रीजनरेशन कैसे करते हैं कि सपोज यहाँ पे आपका एक ट्री है ना, ये आपका ट्री है और इसके पास क्या एबिलिटी है कि ये रूट सकर से खुद को डेवलप करता है। तो हम क्या करते हैं, इसको क्या करते हैं, इसके किनारे किनारे जो है ना हम एक ट्रेंच बना देते हैं, हम इसको खोद देते हैं, एक ट्रेंच बना देते हैं ऐसे करके, यहाँ पे ट्रेंच बना देते हैं। इससे क्या होता है जो रूट्स वगैरह होते हैं प्लग करने के बाद जो रूट्स वगैरह ये क्या ऊपर आते हैं, है ना, ऊपर आते हैं और ये क्या करते हैं, धीरे धीरे एक न्यू इंडिविजुअल में ग्रो करते हैं, है ना। तो न्यू इंडिविजुअल में ग्रो करने से क्या है, इनका जो रूट का ग्रोथ है ये तो क्या है, सब रूट है, सेकेंडरी रूट है, प्राइमरी रूट तो ये है। तो इसीलिए ये क्या होते हैं, काफी ज्यादा ये आपके ससेप्टिबल होते हैं विंड थ्रो, ठीक है। तो ये थी हमारी जो वीडियो जिसको हमने देखा यहाँ पे, ये हमारा वीडियो टोटल जो हमने ये नेचुरल रीजनरेशन पे हमने बात करी। अगली जो हमारी अपकमिंग वीडियोस होगी, जो हमारी अपकमिंग वीडियोस होगी उसमें हम लोग आर्टिफिशियल, है ना, आर्टिफिशियल रीजनरेशन को देखेंगे। तो आपको वीडियो अगर पसंद आ रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है, तो इस वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करें, ताकि मुझे भी ऐसी वीडियोस और बनाने के लिए मोटिवेशन मिलती रहे, है ना। और जो लोग आप नए हैं इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें। इस चैनल में हम लोग डिटेल यूपीएससी या जेपीएससी, एसीएफ और रेंजर के लिए जो फॉरेस्ट्री ऑप्शनल होता है ना, जो फॉरेस्ट्री ऑप्शनल है उसको हम लोग डिटेल सिलेबस वाइज कवर कर रहे हैं। तो अगर आप अभी नए हो तो आप इसको ज्वाइन कर लो, ताकि रेगुलरली वीडियोस आप तक पहुंचते रहे और आप इसका जो है लाभ उठाओ, ठीक है। सो थैंक यू एंड हैव ए नाइस डे। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो।